scalar product of two vectors. There are two vectors, A vector and B vector. Angle between them is theta. We can multiply two vectors in two ways. One is scalar product, the other one is vector product. In this video, I am going to explain scalar product of two vectors. A vector dot B vector, it is represented by dot. A vector dot B vector is modulus of A, modulus of B, then cos theta. So the scalar product of two vectors is defined as the product of the magnitude of the two vectors and the cosine of the angle between the vectors. Then let us see its properties. First property, scalar product will be always a scalar. So you will get a scalar quantity. After the multiplication, what you are getting is a scalar quantity. Suppose this angle is lesser than 90, then it will be a positive quantity. If theta is 90 degree, it will be 0. If it is theta is greater than 90, lesser than 180, scalar product will be negative. Then second property, A vector dot B vector is equal to B vector dot A vector. That means scalar product is commutative. A vector dot B vector plus C vector is equal to A vector dot B plus A vector dot C. So this property is distributive property. Next, let us see how to get the angle between the vectors. As per the definition, A vector dot B vector is modulus of A, modulus of B, cos theta. So from this we can write cos theta is equal to A vector dot B vector divided by modulus of A, modulus of B. From this we can write theta is equal to cos inverse A vector dot B vector divided by modulus of A, modulus of B. From this we can get the angle between the vectors. Suppose the two vectors are acting in the same direction, then theta will be 0. So in this theta is 0, cos 0 is 1. So dot product A vector dot B vector will be equal to A into B. Modulus of A vector is A, modulus of B vector is B. Then theta is 0, cos 0 is 1. So dot product will have maximum value. Maximum value is AB. Suppose the vectors are in the opposite direction. A vector is that side, B vector is this side. So theta is 180 degree. Now A vector dot B vector is equal to modulus of A, modulus of B. Now cos 180 is minus 1. So dot product will have minimum value. Minimum value is minus AB. Suppose two vectors are perpendicular. Then theta is 90 degree. Cos 90 is 0. So dot product will be 0. Now scalar product of a vector with itself. A vector dot A vector. Now modulus of A instead of B, now A. So modulus of A vector cos 0. Now A that means angle is 0. Angle between now these two vectors will be 0. A and A. So it will be 0. So cos 0 is 1. So modulus of A is A. Modulus of A is A. So it will be A square. A vector dot A vector is A square. Now let us see the scalar product of unit vectors. So you know the unit vectors along the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Unit vector along the x-axis is I cap. unit vector along the y-axis is j cap. Unit vector along the z-axis is k cap. Now they are mutually perpendicular. Now I vector dot I vector. Since it's a unit vector, its magnitude is 1. So 1 into 1. I dot I. So the angle is 0. Cos 0 is 1. So I dot I is 1. Similarly, j dot j is also 1. K dot k is also 1. Now I cap dot j cap. Since it's a unit vector, its magnitude is 1. Magnitude of j cap is also 1. Then angle between them is 90 degree. Cos 90 is 0. So I dot j is 0. Similarly, j dot k is also 0. K dot I is also 0. Now let's see vector product in terms of the components. A vector dot b vector. A vector is axi plus ayj plus azk in the component form A vector. B vector in the component form bxi plus byj plus bzk. So already you know I dot I is 1 but I dot j is 0. So when you take the dot product, I dot I is 1. So ax bx. But this with this I dot j. So it will be 0. Similarly, I dot k is also 0. So this with this ax bx. Similarly, this with this will be 0 because it is j dot I. J dot I is 0. So dot product is commutative. I dot j is 0. So j dot I is also 0. Now this with this a y dot by. Next this with this az bz. So this is a vector scalar product in terms of the components. A vector dot b vector is ax bx plus ay by plus az bz. So you have to multiply the corresponding component and add ax bx plus ay by plus az bz. Thank you for watching.